Alright, go ahead.
You done? Alright, so first and foremost, I want to give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. We say that when I say apostles and elders of great must know well, our teachers, our apostles in the truth. We say salutations, so the Akem, once they push you on the truth and say in and out. You know, considering season after season, we say, Shalom. Shalom, right? Once again, we also did the prophesy. We don't follow this wicked kingdom and to take up the elect, you know, to edify the elect and so forth. To edify them that want to hear, right? So that we again we going to say once again we going into what the prophecies as we just come outside of the prophesy day in day out, you know. We also did we be doing our videos, you know, bringing forth information and so forth. We also on the streets to warn the people and so forth. You can one there. So yeah, you understand? So at the end of the day, hey, as we seeing this for the past few days, we see this corona thing actually it expanded and getting worse, you know. We had a cool down where it did basically slow down, but we could have come back out on the streets here and we could have be out on the streets with basically without masks and basically teach, you know. But teach for a certain amount of time. Now that you see the payback in restrictions because of this past weekend, you see a great number of increases in the diseases. So that is what they say, you know. That is what they say. That is what they say.
Second wave.
It's predicted second wave, but even I was talking to the brother who be on the camera and he was saying, you know, even if you have the common cold, right, and you go and take the test, you can basically be tested as a COVID patient. You understand? And that is just the basic common cold, you know? And you can go and stay inside there for 14 days just because you had the common cold, right? But hey, at the end of the day, this is all the agenda and so forth, right? So better.
So there's Ezekiel 3 verse 17. It says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
So he made you a watchman to the house of Israel, and that is the thing. And that is what we're doing. That is what we're doing right now. We're the watchman. You know, we're not told this watchman tell the people wait just coming away. Because I was the purpose of a watchman back like in the time of war and so forth. Whenever a watchman on top watching the kingdom is because he's supposed to give you a warning. You understand? Even as I was saying, but I was watching this show right, it's finishing up that series Vikings. But when you have when they build a tower, they have like the big towers that they set up for watchmen. You understand that they're supposed to stay inside it and watch. So if anything coming, if they see anything suspicious, they're supposed to do what? Warn the people, hey yo, we're gonna be attacked or someone coming. You understand? Send this message to the king. You understand? Or just warn the people, yo, you know, they blow the trumpet and so forth. You understand? And that's what we set up here to do. What we blowing, the trumpet we blowing is the scriptures. You understand? The warning we giving all here is from the scriptures, things that were proclaimed to happen. You understand? And that going to happen, the scriptures say what? The word shall not return unto the Lord who void. You understand? So these things are going to happen. Don't tarry, wait for it. Because you know it is going to happen. Everything that the Lord said that and said that's going to happen, what did happen and it's going to happen. You understand? That's why we also here to prophesy, to warn, to give a warning.
Yeah, and then to add that to from way back when every time a big great disaster gonna happen, they always had the prophets coming to warn people.
Yeah, that's right.
Always.
That's right.
So we back out again.
That was the job.
Come back.
Yeah, that was the job.
We back here again because the greatest disaster all coming.
So what was the scripture by? That scripture where the prophet, I think it was Nathan or if not Nathan or was the big prophet in King David time who sold that quarterback? Samuel, one of them. Samuel or Nathan, one of them. One of the prophets, when they was walking through the city, the men and them was frightened because they don't know these men coming is to do one thing and to tell them warning. And a Sunday was for me I can't remember the precept, but once the precept come back to my mind, I'll do a video on it. You understand? And
The majority of the time, it was only two reasons the Lord used to raise prophets up.
Yeah.
One was to clean up Israel or to save them from something.
Yeah.
And the other one was to warn them of destruction.
yeah, that's right.
And right now, that's what we're doing both.
Now we do both here. And it's the same thing. It's the same thing from before we used to do, you know. Come and give the people warning. So now, before you finish here, I put up this Hebrews chapter 12 verse 13. They say, and by a prophet the Lord brought Israel out of Egypt, and by a prophet was he preserved. So that's to show you how important it is, a prophet is. You understand? Now, in this modern day, this westernized state, we stature, you know? They watch a prophet as well, a madman. They watch a prophet as well, come on, you know, like dope shit. You understand?
Now the voice the real prophets. Because the prophets who society teaches the prophets.
Yeah.
Is them ballad suit wearers, with ties, them revert and the real prophets.
And then what is that? They so play with it is that they don't even call them prophets, they just call them motivational speakers. You know, you understand? So at the end of the day, it doesn't show. But I watch it, even in that show, they show you like the different kingdoms. They had seers. And the seers used to tell them certain things like, hey, nah, don't do this, or hey, like in Vikings, you see, I used to tell them, yo, Odin, would I tell Odin, show, do this, your son would have period or something like that, you understand? They had that, you understand? But no, what the Lord chosen have is what? The prophets. That's who the Lord chosen have.
Remember you watch Moses, long time Moses?
Yeah.
It's the last of the astrologers saw an evil star.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
understand?
Can.
Is it the story for Samuel 16 for?
Read it.
And Samuel did that which the Lord spake, and came to Bethlehem, and the elders of the town trembled at his coming.
Yeah.
And said, comest thou peaceably?
He coming to do it, you know? That just show you how big and how important a prophet was. You understand? Even the elders of the city started trembling. See, you don't know the fear that this man coming with.
What is he coming with?
They're coming with.
And sometimes they know what it is they're doing wrong, so
Yeah.
they don't know.
They don't know, the Lord,
frightened.
yeah. They don't know they're doing wrong, so they hear the Lord. They don't know when they see somebody like Samuel coming. They don't know, guys, I want him coming here.
You got pull up on
Trouble.
So one time they don't know, they started shake, they started tremble. So that's going into how important it was for how important that prophet is now. You know? As I say, even in the movies they show you the seers, right? And before the king you had to go to the seer to find out where it is if it going to happen or where it is the sea going to happen, you know? Then it was Samuel himself come and tell David King, it's not Samuel or David, Nathan, again mix them two, but come and tell David about Rema when the vision he see when David did sleep with the woman, and come and tell him, you see a man, and the man so and David will tell me who it is, so I can pray with it. And I think it was Nathan. He said, but it's you.
Yes, and now when he confess.
Yes. Yeah, he says you. It doesn't say, you know, the stature of the prophets back then. No, as I said, no. They watch the true prophets as madmen come on. They watch their shit. You understand? By any day, that just wait this because the Lord talk about what the foolishness of preaching. You understand? And that is what we have to go through.
You look how heavy that is, that. You look at how heavy that is. The prophets was so big, not even the king would challenge him. Like, you think about that. The prophets was so big, not and the head of Israel would not even challenge him because he know, hey, the Lord now working through me, working through that man.
Yeah.
You understand? Even with David never used to get instructions directly. He used to get instructions through the prophet.
Yeah.
Saul and Samuel too is like.
So that is when David boy, hey, tell me who it is. And put this man to death. And when they tell him, hey, it's you, what you can do? Can do nothing. What gonna do? Kill the prophet? You can't do that. You can't power the prophet. One time you don't know it's me, you know. And I just waited. You know, they're saying that it doesn't show how important it is that these prophets were, and still is. You understand? But due to the fact that we just went on, hey, Lord say what? Lord say you won't show these people no sign and so forth. But you know what? Prophets outside here, and we prophesy, we warning all it, giving all the warning. You understand?
Samuel is so bad. Even his spirit world when they call him back.
Yeah. Even Samuel, and I just show you the power of prophets. Even in the spirit world, Samuel watched Saul and Paul. You see, today is your last one.
Where you call him up?
You say today is your last. So you and your sons?
Yeah.
How they go for? You understand? that is to show you how the kind of power the prophets were. That's why I was watching that's why this brother this Ella video from South Carolina, North Carolina, the Ella. He was the one that is going to be having mortal powers. You understand? And that is perfect example. Let's imagine beyond death, you know, in that spirit world that this man can have prophesied on for. Yeah, well, they're going on. That is it.
That's also one reason why people don't respect prophets today, because the real prophets, they don't have the power they had back then.
Yeah.
You understand? And then, like when they come to Ezekiel and they talk shit, he call fire them, and you see the third group that come to him, they're real peaceable. It's like,
yes.
You understand? They used to fear them because they know the kind of power the Lord gave the prophets back then. Yeah. Now they don't have that power.
Well, the power we have is knowing this word. It's knowing the truth. You understand? And prophesying. You understand? That's the power we have. We know things that these people wouldn't know. You understand? That these common people wouldn't know that are asleep. That dead to the spiritual state.
I want to say knowledge is power, right?
Yeah, knowledge is power.
Exactly.
But that beautiful statement they make, knowledge is power. You understand? So we had that power. We just don't have that.
Yeah.
You know, you can soon. The Lord say, well, we will be able, as yet. The Lord say, well, we will be able to do turn, you know, stone into bread and so forth. And hey, at the end of the day, hey, once we have the faith and the hope, that is going to happen. You understand? And we open and we believe in that. You know? Because at the end of the day, hey, the Lord shall reward his men. And he said that. He already talked about the promises and so forth, and the Lord is what? Not slack concerning his word. His word. You understand? So, yeah, they might watch where it's coming up, but we had to go through this. We had to go through this. We had to go through this. Lord say, no, I never want to show them the sign. That is the thing, but they just want to see. Right? They want to see. You know?
For them, they must see to believe. That is
I never said, them that don't hear, but what? Feel. So they wouldn't see, or they will feel. And that's soon going to happen to all them. You know, if all they want to hear, what is really going to take place. Because this will show you, and there is a power too. I will show you a power. Seeing something that's going to happen in the future. That is what they call prophecy. You understand? Talking about the chip. The apostle talking about the chip 20, 30 years plus.
And look at
coming. So that's power. You understand?
To see the future 30 years from now.
Even the Lord say what? He said, you're going to be able to tread upon serpents. But he said, rejoice not. You understand?
But as you mentioned about how the apostles and see that chip 30 years from now. Their eyes just open to the knowledge to understand that is the chip.
Can't, so like power.
If you don't understand that knowledge as the power, you wouldn't understand it's really the chip. That's why they could have been pushing that long time.
You see there, second is just 1. I'll start from verse 35. It say, your houses will I give to the people that shall come, which not having heard of me, yet shall believe me. To whom I will show no signs, yet they shall do that I have commanded them.
So you say you show no signs.
We say do what I have commanded them, and all that go back to what? Obedience. Because people that still feel that they don't have to do the things that the Lord say that he hasn't got to do. So you understand? But even though they never seen none of the things that they see, you know, Red Sea parting, they will still do the things of the Lord. They say they have seen no prophets, and they see prophets, but not as how they used to be back then, as in actually doing miracles and so forth. And even with at the start, when this whole thing would start off, when men was not coming into the truth, nobody didn't even know what a prophet was, but what did they believe?
Like faith.
They say they have seen no prophets, yet they will call their sins to remembrance and acknowledge them.
That's that great awakening. You understand? This is Luke chapter 10, verse 19. They say, but behold, I give unto you power to tread upon serpents and scorpions, and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. You understand? So the Lord go and give us that power, right? They say, notwithstanding in this, rejoice not, that the serpents are subject unto you, but rather rejoice because your names are written in heaven. So that is what we were supposed to rejoice about, that we names were written in heaven. And that is what we're supposed to be really happy about. You understand? Everything else will come after. That is why we're working toward to be of that number, to be saved. You know? Everything else will come. Lord will say that will come, but he said, rejoice not because he could tread upon serpents and scorpions, but rejoice because your name is known. And rejoice because your names are written in heaven, right? And that is the thing. That is what we're supposed to be rejoicing about, because not much people are waking up to this truth and will not be waking up to this truth. You understand? You don't talk about a certain amount. Right?
You say, blessed are your eyes for you see.
Yeah.
That's a reason why you said that.
I can precept here.
And that's the thing. Jake are common to third, but they don't have the vision to see far off. They have what they call the short-sighted Jakes, you understand? They could only see what is right in front of them.
The thing is,
You know?
that's the thing, they must see.
The day for day Jake. The day for day Jake, that was live day for day. That's why they come up with the term YOLO. You
Yeah.
understand all these things because they live day for day, they don't see far off. That's what the Lord say in Deuteronomy, we talk about, he say if they could have seen, he say one that chase, and he say if they could have seen far off, they would have taken. Let me see if I get that, all good.
Yeah. This is Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Right? Jump into verse 7. By faith Noah, being warned of powers of things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to saving of his house, by which he condemned the world and became heir of the righteousness which is by faith. How many say that basically? Noah didn't they didn't know anything about this big flood and thing. They never see anything like that before. And then he went by faith to build this ark.
But that was a gift that was inside him.
Yeah.
He was given our faith to believe.
So he was another big prophet too.
When you look at
Before them the
plenty,
destruction.
you understand? And even witnessing that, you understand?
Yeah.
That was a terrible thing by itself. But the faith paid off.
Yeah.
You see, there are a lot of people who was warned in the past. They wasn't always warned by an actual angel coming down. Sometimes the angel used to come in the presence of a man and warn them, but they still used to believe.
Yeah.
You understand? Because they had that faith. Even with Samson's mother. When Samson's mother was told about Samson, when he personally come to she and talk to she, and say that she was going to have a son and you're supposed to cut him and so forth. You understand? She didn't believe. And I think is the father didn't believe, and he just had to come again and talk to she and the father, and then I think it jumped into the fire and disappeared.
The verse with is Deuteronomy 32, as from verse 28. They say, for they are a nation void of counsel, neither is there any understanding in them. They say, oh, that they were wise, that they understood this, that they would consider their latter end. They say, how should one chase 1,000 and two put 10,000 to flight, except their rock had sold them and the Lord had shut them up. You understand? So you say they could have seen the latter end now. And I just to show you that Jake is just the side, the vision they have is just right in front of them. Even when Moses went up on the mount, as he leave, what went on?
Typical jigs.
And you read the reason why. You see, except what the Lord had shut them up.
Yeah,
and
and
that's
that's
say that blind that they can't see.
yeah, that's right. And hey, at the end of the day, I just to show you how important and how big it is for having a prophet. You know? Hey, who else going to give you a warning? We know this place not going to give you a warning. They did not, because they just want to keep you in that slumbering state. You understand? Always sleeping, just love them to slumber. That is just what this place want to keep you in. It gives you no warning. Just like I just join a quick thing, right? Storm coming. Right? A storm coming. But the storm coming 8 o'clock. Here when Trinidad warning about the storm, 7 o'clock. To prepare for a storm. So you have an hour to go get food, certain things, prepare yourself, make sure your roof shut down, all kind of madness within an hour time. But I just to show you how this place. And that is a common, I just drawing a reference to a common situation.
And then other that typical Jake, eh? Most I say he's not giving you a sign. If Jake get a sign, right? As you say, 11 o'clock. If the most I come in 12 o'clock, they go wine and jam
Yeah,
and thing.
yeah.
5 minutes to 12. We see them. They're going to bow down and wear their garments. And
That is why the Lord
That-
says,
that is why
come
give
as a thief in the night.
Exactly.
You understand? Because in the day, he don't know, or they don't know the time he coming. The scripture says not even the angels know the time of his coming. You understand?
Because Jake's always looking for a last minute thing. They're always looking for.
That perfect statement. They bring us enough man. And I just to show you how as the brother said, like typical Jake.
Yeah, boy.
Typical Jake. They
What?
always want to do something last minute.
All right.
Always want to do something last minute, you know?
So which is why it's perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect not to give no sign.
We feel create them.
Yeah, exactly.
So he don't know the kind of mindset of there. So you know, he comes as a thief in the night. You understand? He comes as a thief in the night. But when they're sleeping, so the Lord say, if you think it at time that he might come here, think an hour after. Think the next time. You understand? That's why he say, that's why he say it,
And the next thing they just say, you know, besides Jake's last minute, Jake's have no patience.
right?
Yeah.
If you can no patience.
As you say, if you come in next hour, 5 minutes after you, oh gosh, the man say he come in, oh God, and you know, it's the greatest. Jake's.
3:10, second Peter 3:10. To start a little bit.
And on the page, you know, I'm looking around.
Start a little bit.
Alright, 2 Peter 3. I'll start from verse 9, right? 2 Peter 3 verse 9. It says the Lord is not slack concerning his promises, as some count slackness. And then you said we were just talking about being slack. There are certain things in your discretion which are not important, but alright, man. This is not something you can just be like, you know, I'm gonna do it and buy bread. You understand?
When it comes to the Most High, is different. Right?
This is not something like that. You understand?
Jump to verse, go back to verse 3. Start from verse 3 and go down.
Alright. So 2 Peter 3 verse 3, right? It say knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts.
Walking after the what?
After their own lusts.
That's just like what the brother said. And how they walk in their own lust, scoffers after their own lust, because they don't really care about the law. They don't really care about the way this is taking place. They don't really care about the way this is going on in the world. But they will just continue in the things that
Exactly.
they want to continue in.
Until something happens, there's one in hospital, and then you find at home praying now.
Everybody want to join, do
Yeah.
group and pray together.
Yeah.
We was all the time.
What was doing all the time, and and everybody Lord see what get them no signs, because if they do see signs and so forth, that is when they go want to do what they'll force themselves to what to change. You understand? Nah, you know what? That way you tell Simon Peter, you tell Thomas, you say blessed is them that see me and believe, that they didn't see me and believe. You understand? You still seeing, so hey, you see me. So where you doubting for? So blessed them that by that you see me and believe, right? You understand? And there's got plenty of them to believe as well. Even though the lack of patience and so forth, they don't believe. Yes, they don't believe at all. The belief mentality is towards the system. Whatever the system could propagate or give them, that is what they will believe in. You understand?
They believe when they vote somebody and they will get them what they're supposed to get. And what they believe.
They so believe in the system is that they study. The right is to vote. The right is to vote. You have to vote. You understand? That is what that is their belief. This society, this system. You understand?
But
It doesn't matter who you put in power, they have to follow the agenda that the elite set up to do.
what's funny about that comment, you know, say these same politicians promising anything, right? And you jump into it and you're falling into it. But when the Most High promises something, come on, man.
Yeah.
You ain't jumping into
Yeah,
that?
hey, that's a nice point that you bring. Because during election time, they just sell you a whole set of dreams. You go fix the road, crime go stop.
Nothing happens.
Schools go think, and more money, more jobs thing. They sell you a dream. That's what they do, they sell you a dream. And only believe that for a month. And 5 years after they say, and they does nothing.
Nothing.
About they believe in that dream. So what they can believe in what is the Lord say?
understand?
That scripture say where your treasure is, there you have to be.
That's right.
That show you who they really worship.
Who they
right.
put ahead, who they put in front.
That's why they take a, that's what the Lord said, what, they take a covering, but not of his what? Not of his spirit. You understand? They take a covering of his place. That's what the brother said, I could fix it. Many brothers say, all they believe in the dreams of these politicians, so they know there. All they don't believe in what it is the Lord promised all there. And year come, year go, all they believe in, yeah, roads go fix, schools go come down. 50
Yeah.
employment, 50,000 jobs, this thing, and all kind of madness, all kind of dreams are selling out there. You understand? And all the whole land, all the uphold land.
And the funny thing is that there's always talk about betterment and things getting better. And I was small sandwich, look for 5 something. Now it's more than double the price. You see things getting better.
Better, worse, again worse.
And this is it, right? There's something I could say, you know what you say there. Right? The reason, how wicked this place is, right? The reason food stuff, and they will never raise it. That's why you're always in what? Debt. You understand? That's why you're always in debt. Because everything risen, but you pay not raise it. So how you expect to keep up with the standards of what? Of living?
They're raising food every year, but they raise your pay like every 3-4 years only because they have to.
And maybe it is a
Yeah, only because they have to. And just by little thing.
I'll lecture $5 an hour.
That's what there. That's what I was say, right? Let's come back to this, but I was saying this second Ezra chapter 14, verse I will start from verse 14, right? It says, let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of men, put off now the weak nature, right? It says, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy and weak, and haste thee to flee from these times, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. And that is the thing, it says, for greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. So as the brothers were saying, that it will get worse, and it's right, the scriptures say that it's only greater evil shall increase. You understand? It's, Ephesians 5, where it says, redeeming the time because the days are what? Evil. You know? That is just the time that we're in, and that is just the time that we will continue being in. Right? And there is a time, and there is, they come, they go, it will only continue to get worse. Until it what? Right. It's like if you have a charger for a phone, right? It doesn't have a period of time that is last. After that time, you start to see the cord bend, it starts to short, and then it will eventually come to what? An end.
Yeah, it's not up with the cord.
So it gets worse and worse by what? By the months, by the days.
Until it stops.
Until it stops. And that is eventually what's going on with what? This state and this society. It's only getting worse and worse. Until eventually, boom. Boom. Understand? So, right.
Say, you look right, it say, 2 Peter 3 verse 3, it says, knowing this first that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were.
Yeah, so that, and I just Jake mentality in the whole. So when we talk about the Lord coming, I hear that from my great grandmother. He coming, and that's just the mindset that they in. You understand? Until eventually what? That is what they stay there. And that is just the Lord setting them up. That is just the Lord setting them up. So there's great coming. That is why the Lord, when the Lord say, when he come back, all knees shall what? Bow. You understand? Because they go doubt. Wait does it say? Fear, tremble, all these things will start to happen to them when the Lord come back.
Piece up here to go to.
Go ahead.
The second is just 5 from 1. Nevertheless, as coming the tokens, behold, the day shall come, that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. But iniquity shall be increased above all which thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago, and the land that thou seest now to have root shall thou see wasted suddenly.
And that is what talking about destruction. That wasn't talking about no rapture. You understand? Yeah, that's talking about coming now. You understand? Because you see the scriptures we were barren of faith. You understand? So when they talk about them that being caught, they're also talking about destruction of what I see them. Them two that going like the two tails and the other nations. You understand?
and the famine and the world.
Yeah.
They say in Luke, it say, when the Lord return, it says, shall he find faith on the earth?
Yeah, because that is all going into what? That is why they say principle of one piece of line upon line. And that is why they show everything coincide with each other. You understand? That is why the brother can say the Luke, that is why the brother can bring on second assurance. And let's talk about that faith being what? Diminished. That faith disappear. And how faith coming? By what? The hearing of the word. So one time, and they already passing bills where they want to stop. They want to stop the Bible, they want to stop the Bible teaching.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to see that.
In public or something.
In public,
yeah.
in public, you want to stop that. You will have to do it behind closed doors or behind within your own confined space, right? And that is what? That is prophecy. That is prophecy. You understand?
Like good news.
Like good news. Like good news. You understand? Because we don't know things happening. You understand? So let's go back into that second as well, but I bring out. It's a great number. It's a great number, so that is to show you the amount that one perish. The amount that will not be what that will not be what destroyed. You understand? And the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. Hey, this word is going to be like gold, much more precious than gold. You understand? They want to know where the truth, and then that is when going into the Ezekiel 33, it says what? Then shall they know the prophet was amongst them. We saying, yeah, but this was was.
Yeah.
But the man saying that. I really watch a video online with these men saying that.
And then even that, they'll take down all them things offline anyhow, just now.
Yeah, just now. You don't see Trump. Remember we talk about that coming up in even that Trump want to ban TikTok is total madness.
Yeah.
But I just saying that just to show you how they can just ban anything.
Like
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
One day is like this, and next day it's gone. That is like,
Yeah.
Instead of the Amos, they say they shall go from sea to sea and from the north to
Looking for it,
in search of it.
yeah.
They will go online and they will can't find nothing. They will can't find it on the streets, and when they go on the pages, everybody
gone.
got that page.
Gone.
Because if you watch what they're doing, they're actually controlling his speech, how you talk.
yeah.
That's what they're doing to the
So what
person.
titles they put on thing there.
Yeah.
They're taking it
That is
down.
why the person certain laws. Now, even with not even online alone, but even as we speak in here, they actually control it, because now if you say something that's truthful, they come against it, they want to cancel it. Why? Because that is just what they're doing. They're controlling what it is being brought out, what it is that you can bring out facts, like raw facts. But in today's society, the facts that they bring out, it wouldn't deem as right, because it don't go with what this society agree with. So what eventually they will do is what? They will want to cancel it. They will want to disagree. They will think, no, they might say, well, everybody had their own opinion, but they don't agree with your opinion, so yours deem as wrong.
Their opinion matters.
Yeah.
But their own matters.
But sure, the so-called free speech is not free.
Yeah, that is an next dream that they sell these people, telling them that, oh, you have free speech. That's not free speech. Go in front of a court and curse.
Yeah, they look up here.
Go in front of a police station and curse.
One call a homo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go. If you have free speech, do that. Free speech, you can't do that.
In this society, that actually was that are gonna curse in front of police.
And then you know they will tell you proper etiquette. You have proper etiquette.
Pretty titles.
Yeah, they use big with proper etiquette. But that is not the thing. It's just that is just the system all create. And people. That is just to show you we really this mystery Babylon and this confused state.
Yep.
1 minute they tell any free speech, the next minute they can't talk. Confusion.
It's however it suits them. That is what.
What do you think they're doing? Everything is opposite. The Lord say a perverse spirit, like a perverse spirit in this place. Understand?
If I can say that, I don't say. When they call the land of the free, not the land of the free now. It's the land of the free to do wicked.
Yeah.
You understand? Once you try to do something good, you're not free to do it. They're always
Hey,
creating
you
something.
don't lie there, because right now, the way how the justice system is, if a bandit kill somebody, bam, he might think you make jail, come back outside. An innocent man defend himself, right? He not getting no bail, he not getting nothing. He going inside there.
Hey, the charge a man, I think it's 6 years for marijuana, right? For having marijuana. And a man no shoot behind some men and shoot one, he get a weekend inside.
You see?
I ride out.
So same thing what he now says.
Illegal gun.
Yeah.
Illegal gun.
You're free, but you're free to do what? You're free to do evil.
But you're free to think.
But anytime you do something righteous, You understand that when there's condemn you, so you're not free. You're just free to be wicked. Because they want you to be in, continue to be in that state.
And that's how they make the money through off our wickedness. And that's the thing people fail to realize that anything good they would never make. But anything wicked they would make. Anything wicked you just make, you just make.
It's true, it's true. Because
That is the reverse.
That's what it is, that's right.
that same person should be in it. The lawyer he hire make money, right? If he inside jail, he can make money. So you know what? Let me get you out so you can go and do something again and hire me again. How again you can make money? If everybody was goody two shoes.
And really and truly, the lawyers is what they would call the judges. Like how we would have had judges before, right? They would have to rule if this man had to perish or if this man had to leave or whatever it is, whatever judgment that they would have bring forth. But the lawyers is total punt, total they off. That's why it never say in the world that lawyers will never see happen. It's because of the wickedness that they just do. You understand? They just are saying, I just roughly saying that.
The scriptures will say what? Take no part in another man's sin.
Yeah. That's why, even in that show, by getting started, about the show, they had a law, right? If you do self-defense, a man come and kill you, and come to kill you, right? If you do self-defense, the first 3 houses you see, you have to stop and tell them.
To confess.
To confess, that's what you do. And in Saturday show, the man didn't do that. He walked. And you say, well, hey, even though you don't even if you don't self-defense, you're guilty because you didn't do what you're supposed to do. You should have followed the law. You understand? So, hey, at the end of the day, I just what it is, right? But
this is 2 Peter 3, verse 5, right? They say, for this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of the Most High, the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water.
And they're ignorant of it, not knowing. You understand? They know this word that the Lord proclaimed. You understand? They know what? They would know, they would feel. You understand? Soon they would feel. And they're going to feel soon. As a matter of fact, right now they're feeling it. You feel Jake want to go back and need a lockdown? Nah. Jake want to be outside because
shop and
they don't hear the man sit bars 10. They don't say the given already. You understand? There's this one right? That it's in a specific place.
Yeah. The same bars and them they had closed them from 10 PM to 8 PM. They had the government in court.
Yeah. But
I'll jump to verse 9.
Yeah, jump
right? They say, the Lord is not slack concerning his promise. That's what the brother was talking about before. The Lord promises something. If you believe in the politicians, you believe in your boss, who you be at that time I worked for men in the past and they got no money. You understand? Even men in this system, they're unreliable. But the Lord will always keep his word. So why not believe in the things that the Lord promises?
And then on top of that, what people promise and politicians and bosses are even promise. It's only things that here. What the most I promise here is the life forever. You know. That's a big difference there.
Everything is something they can't see.
Yeah.
How would that feel they will never see it? You understand? At least they will see it how we see it. We will see it on the next side in shade. But Lord's will, we will be on that.
After I crack two whip on the tail.
Huh?
After I crack two whip on the tail. Remember what I talked to you earlier?
They say the Lord is not slack concerning his promises, as some men call slackness, but as long suffering. They say to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. But we know that not going to happen, because two-thirds are destined to what? To be destroyed.
and that's right.
Right? Verse 10 it say, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night.
The day of the Lord will come as a what?
A thief in the night.
That's right, right.
It's saying the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
And the elements of what?
Melt with fervent heat.
Melt with fervent heat, right?
So anybody saying now thinking, now what not going to happen now? Then when that happens, that's going to be so quick and instant. People would never even guess that was even going to happen. Even like with the lockdown that happened here last time. We hear it today, tomorrow was the lockdown. That is how instant the Lord could do something. Just like with the storm, we didn't even know that thing was going to happen the other day. On that same day, you see trees fall down, people roof blow off. That is how the Lord does do things.
That's the thing. I just imagine that same storm, it was going up. And then the same day morning, it switched back.
It turned.
straight on the chin.
That's how the Lord does do things, by surprise. You can't want to plan for the Lord. The Lord has planned for you. It don't work that way. Alright? Right. The elements shall melt away with fervent heat. Right? It said the earth also and the workers that are therein shall be burnt up.
So what?
It said the workers that are therein shall be burnt up.
And I think destruction we're talking about. So let's come back and say a thief. Come on, you don't know when a thief coming. You will never know when a thief coming. You can set up how much cameras you have. You don't know what day you going to come. You don't know what you going to come. You will see. You might see on the camera. Might see too late. Might do whatever it is, but you don't know. You don't know. Let's think about the Lord. You don't know. And we'll never know the day coming. The scripture says many angels don't know where.
But he coming. Tell you that.
Many angels don't know. But he coming. They know he coming. And we know he coming back. You understand? Right.
And imagine a thief you can't call police.
I'm here. But
You understand?
police wouldn't even have time for you in that day.
Them are not running.
They were not running.
So verse 11 it says, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved. You
Talking about
understand?
that, and that is really kind of destruction that the Lord coming with. And things dissolving. Elements melting. You understand? Now let's watch Avatar.
Yeah, wind, fire, yeah.
Fire, you know. This picture greater than that. Because in that cartoon they show you how play with the rocks and mashing up rocks and the fire was burning this and the Lord coming to burn elements. Things are the things that could not melt, things are the things that would stand strong. The Lord coming to destroy that.
You know kind of heat. You know what temperature I keep metal as melter? You understand?
Yeah, till it melts.
Till it melts.
I'm picturing 1,000 times that.
Fahrenheit or how right is this? Check it. Like real. Till it melt, till it turn into a lava state. Yeah, that whatever it is, that'll be burning. Right? I mean, burning for how long?
You remember the sacrifice with the bullock? When came up with was
This is Elijah.
When he went up in the
and he said pour water on it, you fill it up the jungle and thing, and that fire come on, you know, everything,
fire come on,
everything on it,
everything.
you know, instant.
The prophets of Balaam and take the
Yeah, Prophet of Balaam, 400 of them or something.
400 and something prophets of Balaam.
Right after that, what he
This is
say?
that one,
He said kill the all.
Yeah, kill all.
all.
And that going to happen again. All these people that worship Balaam in different forms, all of them going and see the same outcome. It says, seeing then that all
and
these...
this is straight to Akasa Salam. And this will show you that everything really have a cycle. Everything has a cycle. Because think about it. Babylon, Egypt come back. City, Babel come back.
Sodom Gomorrah, everybody.
If you gonna happen with the same city prophet, thing gonna happen. But
As Elder Gabba was saying, Babylon is a great altar. And what you just do when that time comes? All your sacrifice, you burn and break down that altar.
And you can imagine that all these kingdoms that fall because of wickedness. This kingdom is all in one.
Yeah, it's most wicked of all.
It's all in one. Babylon is Egypt, is Sodom, is all in one.
Can you imagine the
People feel
destruction?
this is going on continue. People can't be crazy.
The greatest destruction ever, boy.
Alright, it says, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person ought ye to be in all holy convocation and godliness? The scripture is telling you what, seeing that all these things will happen to this place. How are you really supposed to be as a person to prepare for these times? You understand? Because if this place is going to be destroyed, you don't want to be joined onto this place. If it's going to happen, if you will get away, it's not like war when they go and conquer the place. You might kill the man and keep the woman. It's not going to be like that to them. You understand? In that time, whoever not for the Lord, that is it. It's either if you're Israel and you're not for the Lord, you're going to be wiped out. If you're the heathens, whoever don't get wiped out, they're going to be kept for extra.
And you think it's
just straight dealings with the Lord at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You don't know beg for you don't know thing like beg for mercy and
No
all this
negotiation.
thing and all that.
and you think as you mentioned earlier, concerning that too.
Like them now say God.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as you know, saying there too, and on top of that, remember we only talk about last minute, just like last minute and thing. That last minute nature of that thinking. The most I not taking you on it. Because you have to want to live this. You have to want to live this, not doing it just because I'll get away.
They talk about the final hour ones, that 1 or 2 that the Lord will allow to come in the last times.
The last hour.
Don't play for slips
Yeah.
and feel, you go automatically be one of them.
And I'm almost sure that those who come in the last hour is not the wicked ones on them. Exactly.
We could even be the last hour.
Yeah.
But
I'm almost sure it's not those that rebellious and
just want to act normal just because they see destruction.
right
come.
and effeminate time kind of come in last minute. You know that it's not them you're gonna take in. That precept there, the second Ezra 16:74. Hear, O ye beloved, said the Lord, behold the days of trouble are at hand, and I will deliver you from the same.
So come 17 out of
70.
Yeah.
For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord.
And so even we go hard trials in that time to go through. That brothers who might have to be beheaded.
Everybody.
And even though they mightn't be tried with being beheaded, they might have some other trial that they might have to face because that is the final exam in those times.
Yeah, also have like martial law and certain things to do that will be
Catch you, torture you, imprison you. That's everything.
Yeah, and that's the thing. The scriptures talk about is all flesh will be going through that. You understand? Not just thing, but we have own battles to see what the brother said. Beheaded, my wall up, we have torture. All these things might come our way. You understand? The same thing going on with people that not want to take it. There are people that deliberately don't know the truth, like how we going to know it.
And still,
but they still
won't take
want
it.
to resist it.
Because they know.
What you feel going to happen to them? They themselves would die. They themselves would be beheaded. They themselves would, But would they take the chip? No, you're not. At the end of the day, fuck you want to take the chip for? Paint it in plain. You understand? What am I going to say? How the church is going to bring on the chip fair? Well, okay, we're supposed to be governed by this modern day society law, so we will take it. Just because we have to follow the land, how do you say the laws of the land? You understand? So that is what they go come and tell you. Now you have to check because it's the laws of the land, the laws of the land, take it. And that's to say,
And that'll condemn everybody.
It really will have pastors and telling them.
Yeah.
They really will have pastors.
They'll actually go in front of church and do it in front of everybody to show well it's not painful, it's this and that and nothing wrong with it. Yeah, exactly.
Go ahead.
Verse 72. For they shall wait and take away the goods and cast them out of their houses. Then they shall be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire.
It says we were tried as
gold in the fire. Well.
Then they go know who is he on. But that's what the brother said. There are certain people that have like last night and so forth. And in them times, there are people that actually, like right now, there are people that are watching videos that you don't know, that would never leave a comment on a video, but they will watch and take in everything.
And let's gain on that
You have
knowledge.
the elect, you have the elect, right? You have the 144,000 and you have the wanted. Always remember the wanted watcher.
Yeah, they always.
Like I say, the apostle talk about like the secret followers.
Yeah, the secret followers.
There are men who just be watching and you don't know that they're watching.
But they're watching.
At that time I was with that brother in town. A man walk up to me, I didn't remember the man face. I said, remember what they used to be teaching people, they have people that is, even though you mightn't pay attention to them,
They pay attention to you. That is why even you're supposed to keep yourself at a certain level now. Because
always, that's the thing too. Because you are example now, right? That's set an example.
Right.
74, verse 74.
That's to say, sorry about that, but that's to say, that is why we can't stop doing what we have to do. Okay, there are people outside there that need to hear this. That the Lord set you up to feed. He said, if you love me, do what? Feed my sheep. Then he tell Peter, if you love me, do what? Feed my sheep. So we're not supposed to stop feeding the sheep.
Exactly.
Imagine that, you keep teaching this word and spreading so much for so long. To now stop now and go and believe something else and say, well, that was teaching before that wasn't so.
It's a man.
All that gone already, that passed already. Hear, O, verse 74, hear, O my beloved, said the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same.
Yeah, so the day of trouble is at hand and the Lord will deliver us, and that is why we have hope, we have faith in that the Lord will do what? Deliver us. The Lord will see us through that. No, deliverance can be hey, if you had to die for the Lord, that's deliverance too.
Yeah, because look at the disciples and them.
Yeah. You understand? Some of them was the accounts that they give of I think it was Peter or someone one of the apostles, Peter or Paul of them. One of them was hanged upside down and killed, crucified upside down. You see, he didn't want to go the way that the Messiah went. So he said to do that.
He didn't feel like he deserved that.
Yeah, he didn't feel like he deserved that. You understand? They were killed. Were they not? So just because they killed, there was no chosen? Nah.
No.
Okay, man. There was delivered.
Yeah, they delivered.
When I was talking to a guy, and he was saying that I was talking, but he said Corona thing. I said, you feel Corona bad? I said, how worse than that? He said, worse than Corona. I said, what do you mean? But you have to be in that mindset no matter what happens. You can't be saying no frantically. It's true, you ain't going to go and see somebody sneeze and go and breathe, but you can't want to be fearful out here.
The scripture say use wisdom. You understand? You ain't gonna be, as your brother say, you ain't gonna be what? Fearful. But you're going to use wisdom. You understand? You're not, what you going to do that, as you said, that far was to come and we already bring up precepts to prove that it's only evils shall increase, only wickedness shall increase. So we have far ways to come. This is a disease that destroys your respiratory, right? Or interfere your respiratory. If you have a sickness, it will eventually be worse because you already have a precondition sickness in here, right? Just like when chikungunya was going around. Chikungunya, the reason why chikungunya killed, the amount of people that killed it was because they already had pre-existing diseases. You understand? So when that chikungunya hit, it quickened up the sickness that they had and jump down the respiratory, jump down the stuff, so you kill them. You understand? And that is just ways that Esau play with diseases. They know outside here the things that they feed us, the things that they give us to eat.
Yeah.
It will obviously be the one destroying our system. You understand?
First the weakness first and then
Like I was telling that day, I remember my stepmother saying about my sister. My sister was sick bad. Car care, she can't thing. Even she tablet. I said, we give she tablet for. She said, why you give she? I said, give she lime water. Squeeze her lime and let she drink it. You know that woman wake up in the morning, give she daughter her lime. You must try lime. My sister get up and walk and get better. One a little while after. That same day. As because here what is this? Probably people don't know. It's simple, basic biology. If you not put it in a form. You understand? Lime is kill bacteria. That is why you just take lime and wash chicken and things that's kill big bacteria and so forth and that. So imagine that going inside your system. What would it do?
and it's also make your body and acid as well.
That's right. And what is kill bacteria? Acid.
High acid.
No, I'm not saying you would take it every day because too much acid would obviously make you get acid reflux. You understand? But it has certain times that you can squeeze the lemon and drink it.
If I'll boost.
Yeah.
I'll boost.
It's a immune system also.
Yeah, it's a immune system also.
And I hope people listen to this, turn to Esau and the pharmaceutical.
Yeah, pharmaceutical.
Things that the Lord give them to actually be healthy.
Yeah, like I was saying, I say pharmacy just means witchcraft. Go back in the word pharmaca. You understand? Go back, yeah, go back to what? Witchcraft. Sorcery. You understand? That is why the pharmacy industry is such a big thing in the system.
Money.
Because it's what Esau believe in, sorcery. And that is what that is. Going into different medicines, cross this, cross that, he is sick too. You know? But where that?
Verse 75. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for powers is your guide. Verse 76. And
Where does powers on?
powers is your guide.
Right.
And the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, said Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai.
That's the thing, the decisions you're going to be making and the thing, that's why we always ask the Lord over to direct our footsteps. The Lord is our guide. And as somebody we know what to do, we have to do what we're supposed to do. His word. Keep His word. If you want Him to deal with us in that way. You understand? That is why it'll be so hard when the Lord take the Spirit from you. Remember what also? Man try to find that Spirit all over until he kind of break the law. You know?
But I think Saul was an exception because usually when a man loses spirit, he doesn't be aware of it.
Nah, yeah, Saul was an exception.
Saul was aware.
Saul was
No,
aware.
he
That
was
was driving
deal with
mad.
him, yeah.
That is what driving mad because he was aware that the Lord loved him.
He wasn't dealing at all. Till he said he went so mad that he, when he break the law, he went to a witch. something that he himself was killing.
He drive all of them. They started run from him.
I used to say it's a fearful thing, man. To fall into the hands of the living power.
That's why he had to hide himself to go to the witch.
Yeah. But you see, even when the witch find out who it is, you know, she tell him.
She was frightened.
She don't set up.
And even to add insult to injury, he said no harm shall come upon you.
Yeah.
So if you don't break the law, you don't do so much thing. Continue verse 76. Let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves. Woe be unto them that are bound with their sins and covered with their iniquities, like as a field is covered over with bushes.
Yeah, don't make your sins weigh down, and the end of the day, we all fall. You understand? But hey, you have a company keep on moving. That's the Lord from Muslim keep on moving. You're not saying that they will continue sinning, but hey, sometimes you're going on cross material. Like you said, you might have to work on it already. You can't do nothing for that.
Some things that
some things you can't help, you know. But again, just remember, I always keep on believing, keep on continuing in the faith.
Which is why in 76 he said, for those who keep my commandments and precepts, right?
Yeah.
Not a sacred dog. You see, like how Jake has a problem with discretion. You understand? Discretion is something that Jake just can't use sometimes. Sometimes you always transgress. You always do something wrong. But at the same time, you have to understand, one, that because you do something wrong, that means like guys the end they fail.
Then go back and repent.
And you have to repent. You have to ask for forgiveness, and you have to continue trying along that path, because you say a just man falls 7 times. You understand? You will constantly be falling over and over. But sometimes you just even lie and you don't even realize you lie until after it has happened. You understand? But at the same time, it's also hard to remember in your mind that you don't use these scriptures to actually like a cloak of maliciousness. You don't be like, well, you know, I'm not perfect. And you just go and do any shipping, it's just because you're telling yourself, well, you know, I almost sins to weigh me down. But at the same time, you have to use discretion.
Now, when the scripture says, don't be over righteous.
But don't be over wicked.
Don't be over wicked. That will go back to what?
That balance.
Alright, so if you had to work today and it's Sabbath, you have to work. You understand? You work. Yeah, that's what you do. Yeah, so you'll be what? You go and work because you have to work. You don't know the place you're living in, but let me just say a day you can stay home. And you say, right, I can stay home behind the work, you do it. You do it because you know you can do it.
You want to go cinema?
Yeah, you want to go just because you know, well, I would be working.
I can't be perfect out here.
Yeah, I would be working today.
But
so,
you know what?
You still go, I can go sit. Nah. So the things, it's a balance with it. It's a balance with it, and that balance comes with work. You're good. You understand? Eventually you'll learn certain, new man coming through myself, But just like at time, I remember, there's the elder from this camp by, which is coming back. He did do a video on the meat. Remember, he said the Thanksgiving, you can go and eat, it was a Thanksgiving time, you can go and eat the meat, right? And a younger brother, he get confounded, he didn't understand, he said, but we're not supposed to think. And he had also come back. He also come back and do a next video explaining
break it down.
Break it down. He said, well, if I come from any young brother and they didn't understand, it was my fault for putting on the video, because this was something for a man who's supposed to be more into the truth. You know, somebody you're not breaking it down and showing your brother, well, hey, you know, there goes and no goes and so forth. And he break it on nice, going to it like normal thing. Yeah, going to it now. And hopefully I think your brother did understand. He said, well, hey, I get to understand, you know.
After age and time, you just tend to understand.
Tend to understand different, you understand? So, oh, you finished it, right? Back in the you finished it already? I finished it already.
And that'll show you how funny this truth is. In this truth, if you're not growing, you understand, after a while, things will start to mess you up. Yeah. Because the scriptures talk about being grounded in the truth.
Not being a novice, I'm 24, 44, 40-something, 44. I'll tell you.
Anyway, there are a lot of things right now coming to the truth. There are certain things I used to be scratching my head about. Certain men ask me certain questions, and at that point in time, they could have confirmed them. You understand? People talk about a mattress 7 about building your house on a rock.
Our apostle Tahai, he did say, to be turned on, to come on the streets and so forth. Yeah, we have videos and things. If after 6 months, you're being able to grow, take your time to grow and so forth. And so feel you get hit, coming to the truth and feel that's so terrible. So, man.
some philosophical for
Yeah.
you understand?
And you don't know.
You go and study theology and you might mess it up because you're not properly grounded. So you see Matthew 20, 24 verse 44.
Now let's go to the faithful servant. Yeah. 40. Start from verse 42.
Matthew 24 verse 42 it say, watch therefore, for ye know not what hour the Lord doth come.
42.
Yeah.
Yeah, read over. Sorry.
They say, watch therefore, Matthew 24 verse 42. They say, watch therefore, for ye know not what hour the Lord doth come.
And that's the thing, you see, if I say, well, watch therefore. What are you watching for? Because the Lord will give you certain prophecies that is supposed to play out. And you know the day, but you know certain prophecies that play before you know the great and coming, you know. So watch, keep on watching. And the reason why you watch is because you will always be alert. You will always be in a right mind, you will always be on a right mindset. Because you're watching, you're praying and so forth. Now we say, and that watching is not always keep you attentive now, where you don't want to continue being like you're being in a slothful state. You understand? That's a beautiful way to say it. Go ahead.
If I can say that, if you see how the Lord does work everything is by science. Everything the Lord give you for is by science. He is very rarely give you a time. You understand? Even if he might give you a time, he might be explaining a time for you in a parable all the time. Like he gave the sun to show you as a sign as a day, the moon sign as night. Even with if a woman getting married, he didn't give she a age, he gave she a sign, which is what? But you start to see she monthlies.
That's what the Lord said in Ezra. He said the end is being manifest.
So the end of times is prophecies is our signs.
Yeah. Well.
See, verse 43 it says, but know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken up.
That's right. Well.
It says, therefore, be also ready.
Be what?
Be also ready.
And that's a very important thing. Always remember that, be ready. So it's supposed to be stay that here. Like when my kid body, but I don't use to. You don't want to be slothful. You understand? Be ready. And what the scripture say, and you say, well, look up, tell your redemption journey overnight. Say always watching, praying, and continuing. Right.
It say, therefore, be also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not.
So in an hour that you think not. In an hour that you think not, that is when he might come. You might think he come in 12, but he come in 1. You might think he come in 12, but he come in 12:30.
You come in 11.
So that's 12 o'clock you see coming. When he come, you will be like, you know they're not coming now. By the time you turn your back and you go back doing,
That is it. He catch you.
he catch you. That is why you go back to the servant. That is why they don't talk about that servant. When he come, he will catch you doing. You understand?
Might even see something mad as all the countries saying world peace. And then the day after, you just see the still start to fly.
Yeah.
You understand? That is how the Lord could do it.
The Lord could do it.
Spontaneous. Without warning. So,
Read verse 45? No. No. Go to verse 45. Jump to verse 7.
no, what like that?
Nah, jump to verse 50.
Alright. It's in Matthew 24, verse 50. It say,
Yeah?
what are you quoting this?
No, you need to read it. They say the Lord of the
No, but it's explaining why.
Alright. Alright, read from 46.
46. Alright. Verse 46, right? It says, blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing.
Understand?
Right.
It's fine. You're doing what? Doing what he's supposed to be doing. Right.
It says, verily I say unto you, that he shall make him ruler over his goods, over all his goods.
Yeah, because he catch you doing what? He catch you doing the things that he's supposed to do and not in his presence. So imagine what you're going to do in his presence.
Yeah.
You understand?
Which is why you always have to keep watch, which is why we start off with.
That's right. That's right.
And that thing, you know, like when you're working at work and you will be sort for looking when the boss now around.
Yeah.
We boss always have cameras on me.
Yeah.
So you always had to be.
We both see his eyes, what, 10,000 times brighter than the sun. So, I know, we camera always flashing.
You can't hide that.
And then here you workers all over, the workers all over taking report. Yeah, so I see.
Right, you say, verse 48, you say, but and if that servant shall say in his heart, my Lord, the late is coming, and shall begin to smite his manservants and eat and drink with the drunken, and if he be truth long enough, you see that happen at least once.
Right?
Yeah, man.
One day.
Yeah, man.
If he truth long enough, you see that happen at least once.
You get slothful.
And the son of what? The son of smite the other manservants and eat and drink with the drunkards.
That's right.
Logic.
Brother.
Right? Say, the Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him.
Coming a day that he ain't looking for him, right? So when you think you could still, I can line today, I can be perseverance, and I can do whatever it is I want to do. That day, come in. Well,
Right. Not for him. And in an hour that he is not aware of.
and why that he's what?
Not aware of.
So you don't know. You don't know. You just don't know. Understand? Or that you're unaware of, that you think he might not come. But the Lord come the day your child giving birth. I mean, your child giving birth now, your wife giving birth. You understand? That time you think in your heart, and you just see them, the sky crack. You understand?
But you say, and shall cut him asunder and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites.
Yeah, because he was doing wickedness. He was with them. So you know what? Them that join hand unto hand shall both be slain by what? Sword. So get yourself in a way that you're for the Lord and not for them. You understand that?
That is your scripture does talk about coming into the truth and then going and be drunken, and falling out.
Yeah.
Your punishment will be worse than those who
Yeah,
came
because
into the first place.
it's also to talk about that. No, them have no double stripes for them.
Yeah, the same thing in Luke. It's,
Yeah, can. Right.
Right. They say, and his portion with the hypocrites. They say there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
Yeah, so there are no waiters coming in the day of the Lord. Weeping and gnashing of teeth. So you know what? Don't be in that drunken state, don't be in that slumbering state. The best mind to be in is to think that the Lord comes at any moment. Think that he can come tomorrow. First year you want to always be of that alert mindset. Right? The scripture says, watch and pray. You understand?
I will start doing things from next week.
Yeah.
You know,
I will start doing from next week.
That is it. That is the mindset. So, hey, think that. So with that, we give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yoshai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash. You see the man say apostles and elders of greatness and well. And citation solely, I came on to push for them to say in and out. You know, considering season of season, say, Shalom. Say, Mawat to la Babel. Mawat to the 2/3. Mawat to see the nations. You understand? Hey, so the brother say Shalom, the holy faith, soon out of here.
Shalom.